see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes, we can see.
I will request everybody to mute the mute. I will be going fast initially because these strategies, particularly covered call and the covered put, I have covered last time. So this I will cover maybe in 10 minutes, and then I will move to covered strangle. So this
Boss,
is part
your voice is little low, boss. Voice is little low.
Voice is little low.
Yes, a little bit low compared to earlier.
Achha.
Kothari ji, I'm able to hear you clearly. I think it's.
Now you can hear me clearly? Now?
Yeah. Now it is okay.
Now,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it is okay.
It is better.
Okay. So I'm taking the what strategy I have discussed last time in a brief so that it will refresh your memory also, and you will have any questions, you can ask me the question. So discussing about the covered call strategy. Here the main thing is strategy is selling a call on a stock you own. You have a two target. Either you want to collect the rental or you want to sell the stock at the higher target price than the current market price. Say the current market price is 200 and you want to sell either at 240 or at 250, or you want to collect the rental. So that is the strategy. Now I'm taking the same example. Suppose the HPC current market price is 225, lot size is 2,700, investment required is 225 into 2,700, that is 6,07,500. This on the basis of assumptions that you are buying right now. If you are having the stock already in your portfolio, then it will be different. Assuming that you are buying right now, then this is the investment you need. So your target is you want to sell your shares at rupees 250. That means you want to have a 25 rupees as a profit, or you want to earn the rental. So these are the two targets you have. In such case, what you will do, you will sell 240 call at a premium of rupees 10. So that means the total become 240 plus 10, 250.
Not on to
So
this place.
So your target is to sell at 250, and the target what you are getting here is you are selling the 240 call in assuming at 10 rupees. So now there will be two scenarios on expiry at the month end when you are selling 240 call in rupees 10. In scenario number 1, in case the expiry price is less than rupees 240, all those new member, if you have any doubt, you can ask after this slide. If the expiry, you have sold 240 call, and in case the expiry price is less than 240, any price, 210 or 210, 200 or 190, anything. If the price is, because you have taken a bet on 240, if it is less than 240, your gain in the call will be full 10 rupees. What was the call premium? That means you are earning 10 into 2,700, that is 27,000. Now this is the rental income. What I was talking about, the rental income. This is the 27,000 is the rental income you have received from your 2,000 shares if you are having in your portfolio. So your shares are retained, you have received the rent, and you will repeat the cycle next month. This month rental you have received. So what is your percentage gain? Percentage gain is 27,000 divided by your investment, that is 6,07,500. That is 4.4%, equivalent to 60% per year you will be earning if your final closing price or settlement price is less than the strike price. Now the scenario number 2, in case the price is more than 240, because you have taken the bet on 240, assuming the price goes above 240, say 260 or 300 or anything, I have taken an example of 260, then you have to give the delivery because the shares have gone more than your strike price. So you have to sell your shares at 260. In that case, your loss in the call will be 240, that is the call strike price, minus 260, that is the final price, plus 10 rupees is the premium. So net loss will be minus 10. But you will gain in shares will be 260, because 260 is the final price, minus 225 at the price what you bought. So that is the 35 rupees is the gain in the shares. So your net gain will be 35 minus 10 equivalent to 67,500, which is 11.1% gain in 1 month only. That means you have bought at 225. By buying the 225, investing of rupees 6 lakh, you earn 11% in 1 month. Now here the issue only is this: if the HPC falls more than rupees 10 from rupees 225. Now 225 was our current market price, 10 rupees was the call premium. So if the share fall more than 10 rupees, then you will incur a notional loss, not an actual loss, because your portfolio value will reduce. So it is a notional loss only. And if HPC increases more than rupees 250 was your target price, 240 plus 210, 10 was our target price. If you increase more than 250 to 300 or 350, you will miss the rally, because you are in both the scenario, you are in case the share fall or share goes up, your target is fixed. So if you are prepared for that, if you are prepared for guaranteed rental of 4.4% in that case, and you are prepared for 11.1% gain in case the delivery is to be given, then you will be taking this strategy. If you are not prepared, you want 20% gain, then you have to wait and pray to the God, you please increase my share to 270 or 280. In that case, the God will you may gain a 20% profit. So here, when you're taking the strategy, actual sale price will always be call strike price plus the premium received. So if you see this example, whatever the strike price was 240 and premium receipt was 10. So your actual sale price will always be 250, irrespective of the price, whether 300 or 350, anything. That is the sale price in case you are giving the delivery. Your maximum profit always be call strike price minus CMP plus the premium received, the same 25 rupees, and your break even will be current market price minus the premium received, that is 10 rupees. So your break even is 225 minus 10, 215 is the break even price. So this is the covered call strategy what I discussed last time. Now I will cover the next. If you are not doing the covered, you are doing the naked call strategy that we'll discuss. So in the naked short call strategy, the strategy is the same. You want to sell the call, but you don't have the stock. You don't have the covered position. So selling a call without owning a stock with the intention to collect the premium. You can only collect the premium because you cannot give the delivery because you don't have the stock. So this is the naked short call strategy. Now here, normally this strategy is used by who are the adventurous trader or who are very experienced traders. They use this strategy. But friends, all of you, I will advise, don't use this strategy at all, because you may lose heavily in this one. So when they are using this strategy, when they are bearish on a stock or in a market, they use this strategy. So the same example of HPCL, same target of 10. Investment here, no investment required. Only the margin money will be required of 1/3 of the total lot size, but no investment is required because you don't have the stock. So the same 240 call you have sold in 10 rupees premium. And there will be two scenarios. Scenario number one, what we discussed last time, if the expiry price is less than 240, you have taken the bet on 240. If it is less than 240, you will gain full 27,000 rupees. So 27,000 rupees you have gained against your margin, and you have not made any investment. Use profit, you will be very happy. Correct? But now see the scenario number two. In case the price goes above 240, say 260, so your loss in the call will be same 10 rupees what we have seen earlier. So your loss will be 27,000 rupees because you can't give the delivery. You don't have the delivery, so it will be your loss, 27,000 rupees. Now assume that the price goes to 300 rupees, not 260. In that case, your loss will be 1,35,000. So this is the problem with the naked short call strategy of 1,35,000. If the price goes to 400, your loss may become even 2,70,000, something like that, or maybe 3 lakh rupees. That is the reason you may incur unlimited loss. I request everybody to mute their. Please mute. So you may incur unlimited loss if HPC keep on rising above 240 till expiry. So my suggestion will be never short sell naked call. Now I invite questions on the covered call strategy and the naked short call strategy. If you have any questions, you can ask, or I will go to the next, that is the put strategy, a cash equivalent put strategy. You have any question on this?
Yeah, this,
Pradeep ji,
yeah,
Pradeep ji,
Yeah.
if I have 5,400 special shares, then I can go for 2 lots.
Yeah, correct, 100%.
Thank you.
yeah. Actually, PKG, this scenario too, the loss in call, you have mentioned -10 only. Though I sold the options in the beginning at 10 rupees, during that course of 1 month, the call premium keeps on rising, no?
No, maximum if we go to the month end, if the price is say 240, then your call premium will become 0, ideally. Because you have bet on 240 and 240 is the settlement price. So theoretically and logically, the price of the call will become 0. Now, if the price is 260, if the price becomes 260, then there will be loss in the call because it has become a ITM price in the money. Your price has gone in the money. In that case, you will lose in the call 10 rupees, but in the share you will gain 35 rupees. So your net gain will be 25 rupees. So here the issue, Ram, here is I am taking, I want rental or I want 11% profit. Okay. So that is the reason we are taking this scenario.
Okay. But further in this scenario too, when I, sell the shares, okay, and then I've got a gain of 11.1%. But then I will not have shares for the next month to continue the covered call.
Yeah, right. So that we will be discussing that strategy in the next slide only. Next strategy, that is the cash secured put. We will be using that strategy.
Okay.
Anybody else has any question on the covered call?
Kothari ji, see, if you are a disciplined investor, right, you are following whatever you are saying, right, then we should be 100% sure that every time when we do this in a disciplined way, we are getting the rental or the profit.
Yeah, correct.
No?
Correct, 100% correct. Huh?
Okay.
100%. Because there cannot be any other scenario, na. Either the price will be less, then you are getting this profit, or the price will be above, you will be getting this profit. The problem with our TV or the recommendation is there, they will always say you put a stop loss and buy a share. Now, when the share is falling, I am not gaining anything. On the contrary, I am losing in a big way. But here in this strategy, nobody will tell you, nobody will discuss about this strategy, no TV person, they will recommend you to do this strategy. Because here your transactions are very less. You are doing only 2 transactions in a month and you are making either 4% or 11%. Airport.
Acha, Kothari, please mute everybody from your side because there are a lot of disturbance from others.
I am not able to mute from here.
Monitor the away.
Behra ji, I think you should.
Yeah.
Kothari ji, can I ask you one question?
Yeah.
See, the loss which you have shown, loss on share which 20 rupees you have shown, perhaps it may not be that much because though the share price has gone up by 20 rupees, the call price perhaps may not go up by 20 rupees. It would be 1/4 of that.
Then you are talking about scenario 1 or scenario 2?
Scenario 2.
Scenario 2. Now tell me what will happen now.
Loss in call, you have calculated 260 minus 240, that is 20 rupees. Perhaps that loss may not be so much because the call.
It will be because on the day of settlement, your call will become in the money. So in the money, it will be exactly 20 rupees. It may be 19 rupees 90 paisa or maybe 20 rupees 10 paisa, but it will be 20 rupees. It will be 20. So your 20 and what you already received 10, so your net loss will be -10 only.
That is okay. What I thought was that the call price perhaps may not increase at the same rate at which
that you are talking, that will happen during the month.
Yeah, during the month.
During the month, that I always tell, during the month you have to monitor your position in such a way that whenever you are making reasonable profit, you can exit.
Right.
You square your position and exit. You are happy with your 5 rupees profit. That is your maybe 2% return, 3% return in a month. You can exit. That nobody is telling you that you have to wait till the month end. That depends on what profit you want to exit. and then you can go for the next strategy, some other strategy, some other stock. So that depends on you.
No, but he's asking at the expiry, will it be only 20 rupees? He's asking.
No, on the expiry it will be 20 rupees. It has to be 20 rupees. It may be maybe 10 paisa, 20 paisa up and minus, but it will be 20 rupees only, because it has become ITM money. ITM. Your option has become in the money, and in the money will be exactly 20 rupees.
Sir, is the minimum quantity of 2,700 is a must, or
yeah, 2,700. Otherwise you cannot trade. And you cannot trade if even you have the 1.5 lot. You have to have in the ratio 2,700 in HPCL, BPCL 1,800, IOC is 6,500. In that lot size only you have to trade.
so only these specific companies? This
You have something like 200 companies. 200 companies are there. F&O. I have taken IOC, BPC, and IOC HPC example mainly because our members are from these three companies. That is the reason I have taken the example of this. Otherwise, there are 200 companies.
Okay, sir. But each company has different minimum quantity.
Yeah. Each company is different, and you can find out from the NSE site, or you can just Google it, and then you will come to know what is the lot size.
Thank you, sir.
So we'll go to the next strategy now.
Sir, one very basic question, sir.
Yeah.
At the time of settlement, the settlement happens considering the cost of scrip and not the option premium value, na sir?
No, settlement will always happen on the basis of the stock price. The settlement, they are not concerned at what premium you bought, at what premium you sold. It will be always on the basis of the actual price. Suppose the 240 is the supposed call, and the settlement has happened at 250, then 10 rupees you have to pay. Simple. 250 minus 240.
So that does not include the premium cost.
No,
premium
that
is separate.
that is your internal calculation. All the premium what you received or what you have to pay, all is your internal calculation. The exchange is not required to do anything. That you have already, when you are selling, that money you have already received in your account. So that will not be taken into account when the actual settlement takes place. Okay. So we will go to the now.
Boss, can I come in?
Sir, 225 is if 225 is the current market price, and 240 call is what we have bought, and suppose in the middle of the month you want to,
you have sold or you bought?
Sorry, sold. Sold
Okay.
240 call. So in the middle I want to square off at say 230.
You can square
that
off.
Means yes, when the scrip price is 230, suppose I square off that position, then what will be the settlement calculation?
Settlement. That is why I given that Excel sheet. In that Excel sheet, you have to put the data and you have to see how much profit or loss you are incurring, and then accordingly you have to take a decision. The Excel sheet,
so
you put your data.
Sir, in that Excel sheet, current market price is market price when I bought, or market price when I am
today. When you are calculating, that is the market price. When you are doing a calculation, say you are doing calculation on 4th of April, you have to take the 4th April price.
Okay, sir.
So now we are going to the cash secured put strategy. Here the strategy is to selling a put on a stock you wish to buy. That means you don't have the stock with you, but you are willing to buy a stock to collect the rental premium or to buy the stock at a discount. So say suppose right now the price is 220 and you want to buy at 200 or you want to buy at 190. That is the decision you can take when you are implementing this strategy. You are not required to buy at the current market price. So this is the name of the strategy, the cash secured put strategy. Now suppose the same example, HPC current market price is 225, lot size same 2,700, and your target profit is the rental income is suppose 8 rupees. Why I have taken 8 rupees? Because the 8 rupees is the corresponding premium. So your target is to earn rental of 21,600, or you want to buy, say the strike price is 200 of the put, that means 192. And here, see the thing, 225 is the price and you want to buy the stock at 192 rupees. This is the opportunity is being given by this strategy. You will buy either at 192 or you will get a profit of 8 rupees. That is your 21,600. So either you get a rental or you will get a price, you will get a stock at 192. So this is the name of the strategy. Now here again, there are two scenarios. Suppose you have really sold 200 rupees put strike price. in rupees 8 rupees as a premium because your target is to buy at 192. Okay. So now there are two scenarios again. Scenario number one, if the price is more than 200 rupees was your put price, your strike price was 200. So if the actual price at the month end is more than 200, say 220 or 210 or 250, anything, then you will entire 8 rupees is yours. So gain in the put is 8 into 2,700, that is 21,600. This is the rental income you received in this particular month. You have not done anything else, only one transaction, 21,600 you earned. Your cash is retained with you because this was the security what you have taken. The cash is retained. You have received the rent and you will again repeat the cycle next month. So this month, what is your gain? 4.2%. How I calculated? 21,600 divided by the what money I am willing to buy. That is 192 into 2,700. So my return is coming to 4.2%. That is 50% return I am getting per year in case of scenario number one. Now let's come to the scenario number two. Here, assuming the expiry price is less than 200, you have sold 200 rupees put. Now the expiry price has gone even below that, that is 180 rupees. In that case, you will buy the shares at 180 in the physical market in a separate transaction. Friends, again, I'm telling you, you will buy the stock in a separate transaction. Or you have to wait for the actual settlement done by the NSE. But I will not suggest to wait for the actual settlement by the exchange. You do yourself, you will be more comfortable and you know at what rate you are buying it. So you are buying the stock at 180. So what will be your loss in the put? Because since your share has gone below 200, your put has become in the money. Because of that, there is a loss in the put, that is 180 minus 200. 200 was the strike price, plus 8 rupees is the premium what you received. So minus 12 is your loss. So what is your net HPC buy price? 180 at what you rate bought, and 12 rupees loss, 192. Our target was what? 192. So at 192, you have bought the stock in scenario number two. How much discount you have got? 192 divided by 225, that is 14.7% discount you are getting. It means that when you are implementing this strategy, you know very well either you will gain 4.2% as the rental income, or you will get the HPC stock at a discount of 14.7%. Either of those two scenarios. There is no other three scenarios possible. Okay. Now here, what is the issue? Issue is if HPC goes below the put strike price, you will have to buy HPC at the put strike price irrespective of the fall. If it goes above 220, where you are missing the rally. The basically meaning of this, say HPC goes to 150, you have to buy at 192. You should be prepared to buy at 192 because when you took the decision, you have taken the decision when you wanted 4.2% rental income or a discount. If you don't want both the scenario, then you have to wait. If the HPC fall to 150, you buy. Otherwise, you have lost that rental income. So this is the trade-off. You want rental as well as discount, and you want the strategy at the beginning of the month, you can implement it. So here, what will be actual buy price that you are deciding on when you are implementing the strategy? That is the put strike price minus premium. What is the put strike price here? 200. Premium was 8. So my actual buy price will always be 192 when I am implementing this strategy. Your break-even will be current market price plus what is the premium, what is the minus premium received. That means 225 minus 8 is your break-even price. And the maximum profit will be always what is the profit you are receiving. That is your 8 rupees. Now here again the same as we have done as we have seen the naked short call strategy. The parallel to that is a naked short put strategy. Here you are selling a put without having the cash. That means you don't have the cash, but you want to collect the premium or rental income. That is your target. But you don't have the cash to secure your position. So all the adventurous traders use this strategy when they are bullish on a stock. So suppose the same example we are taking, same CMP 225 target buy at target profit 8 rupees, 21,600. Margin will be the 1/3 of the contract size. So same you have sold 200 put at a strike price of 8 rupees to earn 21,600. That is why this trader is taking this position. Again, there will be two scenarios. Scenario number one, the price remain less than 200, price remain above 200, so your put expires worthless, you are gaining 21,600. So that is your percentage profit. That is the scenario number one. When the trader wanted to earn the rental income, so the price has remained about 200. That was his put price. So he is making the full money. Now come to the scenario number two. If the expiry price is less than 200, say 180, in that case, he will lose in the put 180 minus 200. 180 is the actual price. 200 is the put price plus 8 rupees what we receive as a premium, that is minus 12. That means he has lost 32,400 and he is not taking the delivery. He is not having the cash. So the full 32,400 is lost. If the price goes to say 150 rupees, his loss will be 1,13,400. So you may incur unlimited loss if HPC keep on falling below 200 till expiry. Friends, with folded hands, I mentioned last time also, never ever short sell put. Never sell your put if you don't have the cash to cover your position. Otherwise, your broker will square your position and then you have to pay this money to the broker and you will be in a heavy loss. And if you've taken say 5 lot or 10 lot, you can imagine how much loss you will incur. I have seen hundreds of traders who are incurring the loss, and you will see so many strategies are floating around in the Telegram and in the WhatsApp. When they say you sell Nifty out of the money call and out of the money put, and you will make the money. Yes, you will make the money 10 month, 12 month, 11 month. But the 12th month, what is going to happen? There will be the big fluctuation of 2,000 points up or down, and you will lose heavily in the put. Never ever sell the put if you want to have a real peaceful life. So friends, you have now any questions on the covered call and covered put? These are the what was the last time.
PKG, one question on that scenario 2 in that previous chart. That is this 14.7% discount you mentioned. You know that I am purchasing at 192 vis-a-vis the 225, but I am purchasing the HPC share at 192 when the market price is 180 only. That is the fact.
No. Whether the 180 or 190 or anything price may become 150. Your discount is fixed 14.7 at 192. You will always get your share at 192 only, irrespective of the price.
Irrespective of the price.
Because if the price goes to say 150, suppose HPC goes to 150, your loss in the put will increase. Loss in the put will be 200 minus 150 and the premium. So it will net off your 14.7 always. Always you will get either scenario number 1 or scenario number 2. There will not be any other scenario. Okay. So
will the system purchase the shares at 180?
Only when the settlement takes place and you are not settling your position, then the NSE will settle your system. In that case, Zerodha will charge 0.25% additional brokerage. If you are prepared for that, you can allow the system to do it. But my advice will be you do yourself. You don't wait for the exchange to settle your price, because as the settlement, anything can happen. The operators they can manipulate the price in such a way that the loss will be shown as 50 rupees or 70. Anything can happen because there will be big gamma effect. I'm not discussing all those things. My advice will be you settle yourself. That is
suppose before expiry, sir, prices come down to let us say 170 rupees.
Pachari, let your presentations be completed, then the question answer should start. Otherwise,
that I'm taking. I'm just asking 2-3 questions. If there is any you are not able to understand, you can ask me. Otherwise, I'm going to the third and that is the final strategy.
Just one question, Kothari.
Ask.
In the recent present one, cash secured port, particularly in the last week of the month.
Then if you not understood from the strategy, you ask me. We will not discuss the individual experience right now. If the strategy you are not able to understand anything, then you ask me. Okay.
Fine.
Sir, settling ourselves means we are buying HPCL share directly, right, sir?
Yeah, you are doing both the transactions. That means you are buying the share as well as you are squaring off your put. So your net impact will be maybe 192 or maybe 191 or 193 maximum. It may be 1 rupee here and there, but you are sure that you are getting price at 193. If you are left your position to the exchange, then anything can happen by the operator. Operators can manipulate the price, and that will be very dangerous. That is why I am telling you to spare your position yourself. Okay.
PKG, you have not used the word covered in this put strategy.
Is cash is the covered. Cash, when you have the sufficient cash to buy the stock, that is the covered. That is a security.
No, I thought this, as I mentioned earlier also, since I will be net scenario 2 mein I am buying the HPC share at 192 against the market price of 180. So you have not used the word covered? Because
the meaning of here covered means you have a cash available to buy at 192. As I have explained, in the naked position, what is happening, he is not having the cash. He is not having the cash, so that is the reason he is incurring a loss of 1,13,000 or 32,000, because he is not having the cash. So the security here is the cash, or in case of covered call, the security is the stock.
Okay.
So these are the two words. So we are going to the third strategy now. Now we are going to the third strategy. That is the covered short strangle strategy. Now this is nothing but a combination of both. Combination of covered call and combination of the cash secured put strategy is known as the short strangle strategy. Now here, what is your target? Your target is, or your strategy is selling the call and put to collect both the rent. That means the rent from the call side and rent from the put side. When you want to have that strategy, along with either you are willing to buy at a much lower target price, or you are willing to sell at a much higher target price compared to our covered call or compared to our cash secured put. So here the three things are happening. You are getting rental from call, you are getting rental from the put, you are buying the stock lower than in the cash secured put, and you are selling the stock at a more than your covered call. So this is the best strategy. If you can understand, nothing like it. This strategy being used by world over, whoever are the disciplined investor or conservative investor or all the mutual funds, Warren Buffett, everybody is using only this strategy. So please pay your attention and understand the intricacies of this thing. There is no intricacy, absolutely. It is just a combination of covered call and covered put. So same example, if you are taking HPC target, HPC current market price is 225. In hand, you have a 2,700 shares. You are having, or you are buying at 225. Now here your target sell is 258, not 250. In the covered call, we have taken a target as 250. Now here my target is 258 because I want to earn 25 rupees from the call and I want to earn 8 rupees from the put. So total my target has become 258. Similarly, target buy is 182, not 192. In the earlier strategy, we have seen our target is 192, but here my target is 182. That means you have a better lower target in case of buying, and in case of selling, you have a higher target to sell. That is the advantage of this strategy. Now, what is the investment required is same 6,07,500 for 2,700 share because you are buying at 225. If you are already having, then this investment is not required. If you are buying on the spot, then 6,07,000, and cash in hand will be 4,91,400 at the rate of 182. Now, not at 192. So 182 into 2,700, that is 4,91,400. So total investment required is 10,98,900. If you have, then you go for this strategy. Otherwise, please don't go for this strategy. So what you will do here? Here you will do the two transactions. One transaction will be to sell 240 call in the same 10 rupees premium because I wanted to sell the 250. So 240 call in 10 rupees premium and the same 240 put in 8 rupees premium what we have taken in the covered put. So the same, both the positions we are taking simultaneously, then we are going for this strategy. So now there will be three scenarios here. Here there will be two scenarios. Here in the covered short strangle, there will be three scenarios. Now scenario number one. Please pay attention. Scenario number one. Expiry price is between 200 and 240. What is 200? 200 is the put strike price. What is 240? 240 is the call strike price. That means if the price remain at the month end between 200 and 240, any price, 220 or 230, 210 or 200 or 240, anything remain, then your call rental and the put remain, both you will be getting. So how much you will gain in call? Call, your gain will be 10 into 2700, that is 27,000 rupees. And gain in the put will be 8 into 2,700, that is 21,600. Your shares are retained with you because your price is in between these two strike prices. Your shares are retained, your cash is retained, you have received the 2 rental income, and you will repeat the next cycle the next month. What is your total gain? 48,600 you gain from this strategy. So the return is coming to 4.4% per month because 48,600 you have taken on the total amount, that is 10,98,000. So here basically what I'm trying to say is you can use your analytical power, you can use your experience. Well, whatever you have learned during your service period, we have been using various risk analysis and how to mitigate the risk. All those your knowledge and experience you can use here. We are not doing here any satta business or any gambling here. You are using your brain and you are using your analytical power to select the strike prices, and then you are making your profit. Okay, so this is the scenario number 1. Now coming to the scenario number 2. If the expiry price is above 240, why 240? 240 was the call strike price. Same 260 what we taken in the covered call example, the same price of 260. So what you will do, you have to give the delivery because your price has gone above your strike price what you selected 240. So you will sell your shares at 260. So how much you will lose in the call? Call loss will be 240 minus 260 plus 10, that is minus 10, the same covered call minus 10. But you will, since the price has gone above call, so entire profit of put will definitely come to you. So this is the main beauty of this strategy. Either the price will be above 240 or price will be between this or price will be above less than 200. So if the price is going above 260, that will be 100% you are gaining from the put, 100%, correct? So you are getting additional profit of 8 rupees from the put. So what is your gain in HPCL share? 260 minus 225, because 260 is sold, price is 225, so 35 rupees you are making a profit from the physical sell. So your net gain will be minus 10, loss in the call, plus 8, gain in the profit, 35 rupees, gain in the HPCL share. So total profit you are getting 33 rupees into 2,700, that 89,100 you are gaining in 1 month. 1 month, 89,000. If you are doing 2 transactions, you are getting 2 lakh rupees. I suppose that our net pay home salary before retirement is something around less than 200. So आपका 2 lakh रुपए आ गया, and you have spent your money. So your gain is 8.1% on the investment. This is scenario number 2. Now let's come to the scenario number 3. That is the expiry price is less than 200, say 180. What we have taken example in the covered put. So here the price is, if the less than 180, you have to buy the shares at 180 because the share is trading at 180. So your gain in the call will be full 10 rupees because the share has fallen from 200. So you are gaining the full 10 rupees from the what you sold the call, and the loss in the put will be 180 minus 200 plus 8, what we have seen in the covered put, that is minus 12. So net HPCL price here will be 180 minus 10 plus 12, that is 182. In the covered put we were getting at 192. Here we are getting the share at 182, and your percentage discount has increased from 14.2% to 19.1. So here these are the 3 scenarios. Either you are getting 4.4% gain, or you are getting a gain of 8.1%, or you are getting a discount of 19.1%. All the 3 scenarios, you are out of the market fluctuation, you are out of the what is happening in the market, you are just not bothered, and this will be only 3 scenarios. There cannot be any other scenario. So if you are prepared for these 3 scenarios on the day 1, when you are taking this strategy, then you implement the strategy, provided you have the shares in your hand, you are willing to buy that at, you have the shares in your hand at 225 rupees, and you have the cash for your covered put, that is your 4,91,000. So here your actual sale price will be call strike price plus call premium plus put premium, that is your actual sale price, and buy price will be put strike price, that is 200 minus call price and minus put price, that will come to 182. Now the similar to this covered put, we have the naked short strangle strategy. We will see what will happen in that one. Here again our target is to sell both the call and put to collect both the premium. Adventurous trader use when they are confident that stock will remain in the range bound. That means he is confident that HPC will remain between 200 and 240, then he will go for this strategy. So again here, HPC current market price lot, profit target 10 plus and 10 from the call, 8 from the put, 18 rupees. He want to earn 48,600 without putting any investment, without buying the stock, without having the cash, but he want to earn 48,600. Investment will be what is the margin required, but that margin will release as soon as you clear your positions. So he will also do the same thing. 240 call, he will sell in 10 rupees. 200 put, he will sell in 8 rupees. Again, there will be 3 scenarios. Scenario number 1, the price is between 200 and 240. He will gain in call, he will gain in put. So his total gain will be the same 48,600 what we have seen in the first example. Scenario number 2, now here the problem will start because he is not having the covered position. Now here the price has gone above 240 and he is not having the share. So his loss in the call will be minus 10. Put he will gain 8 rupees, but call he will lose minus 10. So his net loss will be 5,400. If the price goes say 300 rupees, not 260, then his loss will be 1,13,400 because his loss in the call will be heavy, that is minus 50 rupees. 300 minus 240 minus 300 plus 10, that is minus 50. Gain in the put will be only 8 rupees. So his net loss will be 42 rupees. That is 1,13,400. Scenario number 2. Now scenario number 3, if the expiry price is less than 200, say 180, the loss in the put will be minus 12, same. Gain in the call will be 10 rupees because the price has gone below the 200 rupees. So the full 10 rupees call premium you will receive. So net loss will be 5,400. But if the price goes to say 150, then you can see the loss in the put will be minus 42, 150 minus 200 plus 8, minus 42. Gain in the call will be 10. And net loss will be minus 42 plus 10 equal to 32. That is minus 86,400. If the price goes to 100 rupees, the loss will become almost 2 lakh rupees. So again, friends, never ever do naked short strangle strategy. If you want to have a peaceful, you want to have a sleepless nights, then only do it. And all you will, hundreds of strategies are floating around for selling the call and put in Nifty, Bank Nifty. Yes, you will make money, but one day you will lose heavily. So don't use this strategy at all. This was just for basically for information purpose. So this is the upper break even, lower break even, and the maximum profit like that. So any questions on the strangle? Short strangle, covered or naked position. If you have any questions, you can ask. Yeah. Because then I will be going for the actual example now after that.
Pattarji, this profit you are calculating on the investment required.
Yeah.
Only on investment, but
margin is released at the month end, so I have not considered the margin, but margin will impact your percentage gain and percentage loss. Yeah, right.
Oh,
yeah.
Right. Okay.
Because margin is just collected as a margin money, and margin will be released as soon as you are clearing your position. Yeah. Any other question? Have you understood the strangle strategy? You can ask as many questions, sir, because you should know very well what is this strategy all about.
So when to sell these? When are the premiums at the peak? When to sell these?
Normally, I will suggest you to sell in the 1 week prior. 1 week prior, then your contract month is starting. Say for example, April series. So April series will April series will start from the last Friday of the month. That is, it was started from 26th of March this time. So from 19 to 26th, that means 1 week prior to the starting of the week, you will get the maximum rate. The highest rate you will get on the 5th week. Okay, so you must sell at that time to get the maximum rate. And after that, the theta impact will start and your prices will slowly reduce. And at the month end, it will become zero if the price remains the same. Your premium price, your call and put premium. So always sell in the 5th month. When you do in the first week also, that is okay. Right now we are in the first week only, but ideally you should have taken before 26th of April. And from 27th March to the 3rd of April, this is the first week. Here also you will getting a reasonable good price, but now after that the prices will start falling.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Any other question on this strangle? Or you have not understood the strategy?
Yeah. It is clear.
Yeah,
it's very clear.
You are taking both the strategies together. Yeah.
PK एक बार repeat कीजिए दोनों strategy कैसा करना एक बार repeat कीजिए.
नहीं. That means कि covered call और covered put को आप दोनों को एक साथ कर रहे हो.
अच्छा, okay.
दोनों strategy को एक साथ कर रहे हो. That means कि you are selling the call also, you are selling the put also. To cover your position of the call, you have the shares in hand, and to cover the position of the put, you have the cash in hand.
Okay.
दोनों का combination और कुछ भी नहीं है. तो इसमें
in fact,
इसमें एडवांटेज क्या है कि आपको एक प्रॉफिट तो आपको एक रेंटल तो पक्का मिलेगा ही मिलेगा. अगर प्राइस आपका ऊपर चला गया तो पुट वाला रेंटल तो गारंटेड मिलेगा. सिमिलरली अगर आपका प्राइस नीचे चला गया तो कॉल वाला आपको रेंटल 100% मिलेगा. तो उससे आपका ब्रेक इवन आपका और नीचे चला गया.
So both side is covered. Both side is
covered and both side you are getting an additional break even. मतलब आपका जो मार्जिन ऑफ सेफ्टी जो बढ़ता गया था, मतलब जब आपने 225 में जब बेचा था आपने, जब 225 कवर्ड जब आपका प्राइस था HPCL का, तो आपको 10 रुपीज यू गॉट फ्रॉम द कॉल, 8 रुपीज यू गॉट फ्रॉम द पुट, तो 18 रुपीज का आपको मार्जिन अवेलेबल है. दैट मींस यू आर अप टू 18 रुपीज यू आर कवर्ड इन बोथ द साइड. 225 के ऊपर 18 रुपए जाएगा तो भी आपको फायदा है, 18 रुपए नीचे जाएगा तब भी आपको फायदा है. दैट इज आइडियल पोजीशन. और ऊपर चला जाएगा, उससे 18 से ऊपर चला जाएगा, यू विल गिव द डिलीवरी. 18 से नीचे आ जाएगा तो यू विल टेक द डिलीवरी. If you are prepared for this scenario, then you should go for this strategy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, ideally when to enter this contract, sir?
मैंने बोला ना कि you should ideally enter in the first week before the starting of the contract month. You will get the highest price. That means कि अगर HPCL का प्रीमियम अगर 10 रुपए आपको 5th वीक में मिल रहा है, तो वो जो फर्स्ट वीक जैसे 5th वीक आपका अब एक वीक पहले जब मिल रहा है, तो वो आपको इस वीक में 8 मिलेगा, फिर नेक्स्ट वीक में 6 हो जाएगा, फिर 4 हो जाएगा. ऐसे करके प्रीमियम विल कीप ऑन रिड्यूसिंग. तो हाईएस्ट प्रीमियम आपको 5th वीक में मिलता है. तो वेट फॉर द नाउ से सपोज मई का आपको बेचना है, सपोज मई का यू वांट टू डू, तो इट विल बी समवेयर अराउंड फ्रॉम द 20th अप्रैल टू 27th अप्रैल यू विल गेट द हाईएस्ट प्राइस फॉर द मे मंथ. सो दैट शुड बी योर टारगेट कि मेरे को उस महीने में आके बेचना है. ठीक है ना, लाइक दैट.
One small question, PKG. This strategy may, the investment is slightly higher because you are covering it's a strangle strategy, 10.9 lakhs. So I will always like to live within this scenario 1 and 2. I don't want to get into scenario 3. Okay.
So that is known as
I'm a little conservative person, so I am. Okay, so for that you have something to say on that because I am putting more investment here.
I have that is known as a wheel strategy. Wheel strategy I will be taking after the practical example. I will be taking the wheel strategy that how to implement first covered put and then covered call, then again covered put. That strategy we will be discussing after this thing. That is known as the wheel strategy. Wheel strategy. But see the Ram, what I'm trying to say. Everybody has a huge portfolio in the mutual fund. And mutual fund is not giving any return to you. It is giving maximum 6 to 7% in a year.
Okay.
You have a huge portfolio in the equity. You have 100 shares of HPC, HDFC Bank, Reliance, Infosys, everything. Now they are not generating any revenue for me every month. So my suggestion is to convert all those your portfolio or mutual fund into 2 or 3 scripts, whichever you like. You may do in Reliance, you may do Infosys, you may get HDFC Bank, HPCL, BPCL. Your return will be much more than what your mutual fund is giving.
Okay.
So everybody, you must be having your portfolio at least 50 lakh. I know. A mutual fund and your equity put together. That means you can do for 5 lakh. And you can imagine that how much you will be earning if you are doing in the 5 lot of HPCL. Either you will getting a rental of say 2 lakh rupees or you will getting a so much of gain, something like that. Although you can make a your calculation. Here you are thinking like a businessman. You are not thinking like a the ordinary investor or ordinary person who doesn't know anything. Okay. So that is what I want to try to tell everybody. Be a businessman. Think like a businessman. Every investment must generate a revenue for you every month. That is how the businessman think, and you should also think like that.
Kothari ji, nowadays the premium on HPC and Indian Oil has come down drastically.
Then I have taken the example when they are very volatile. So we will take the practical example now. So I will go to the next now. We'll see the practical. Practical will not be like that. So first I will request everybody who has a laptop, please open your NSE option chain by going to this link, www.nseindia.com/option-chain. Please start your laptop and go to this link. Our target is to earn more than 6% FD interest. That is our target. If I put my money in the bank, I am getting 6%, save 100%, correct? So what is my target? I want to target more than the 6% FD interest. So earn more than 5,000 rupees per month on rupees 10 lakh. If you invested 10 lakh rupees in the bank, you will be earning 5,000 rupees FD interest. So my target is to earn more than 5,000. Preferably, how much I want to earn? At least 15%, that is 12,500 per month. I want to earn on 10 lakh. If I invested say 50 lakh, I want to earn 12,500 into 5. If I invested 1 crore, I want to earn 1,25,000 rupees per month from the rental income. I'm not talking about that second scenario, third scenario. Rental income should be 12,500 per month. That is our target. So now I'll take you the practical example on the basis of what were the prices on yesterday. That means that these are the current prices available on this website. I have taken the data from there. We are going there now. Can you see this Excel file? Or I have to share this one? Can you see the Excel file?
No, we are not able to see.
And I have to share this one also.
Excel file is not visible.
Now can you see?
Yeah, it is visible now.
Yeah.
Yes, visible.
Okay. So now this is on the basis of the actual data. What I had given earlier strategy was the theoretical data. This is the actual data. If you open that NSE website, you will get this data. Actually, I should have shown you the first that website. Okay, we'll see after that. So if you see on the latest option chain, what is available on that website for BPCL, HPCL, and IOCL, all the 3 cases I have taken. The current market price of HPCL is BPCL is 438, HPCL is 237.80, and IOCL is 93.2. Lot size is 1800 in case of BPC, HPCL is 2700, and 6500 is the IOCL. Now we will take the example right now out of BPCL only. I will discuss about the BPCL. So what is the total investment required? 438 into your lot size, that is 7,88,400. Here, being a conservative, friends, this I am using for a conservative investor. So I am selling the call of 460 call I am selling for the month of April. If you can see then the option chain, you will see the premium is 7 rupees 70 paisa. The 460 call. So what will be your net profit if the expiry, the current market price is below the call strike price? Here the CMP means the settlement price. Settlement price, if it is less than the call strike price of 460, that means you are getting a net profit of, please mute yourself. Your net price will be 13,860. That means you are earning a profit of 1.8%. Now you will be telling me that I was talking earlier about 3%, 4% profit. Now how it has come to 1.8%? This is mainly because we are in the already we are delayed by around 8 to 10 days. If you would have taken this strategy somewhere around 24th of March or 25th of March, you would have got a premium of something around 11 to 12 rupees. So your percentage profit would have been gone higher. Since you are taking the strategy today and now only 3 weeks are available, that is the reason the profit has come down. So here, assuming you are taking strategy today, you are gaining a profit of 1.8%. Now, again, suppose on scenario number 2, if the settlement price is above the call strike price, that is above 240, above 460. 460 was the BPCL strike price, call strike price was sold. So the profit in that case will be 53,460, that is 6.8%. You will gain in case of BPCL. Now, suppose we are going for a covered put strategy. So the BPCL price was 438. So I have sold 420 put. If you see that option chain, you will see in the 420, the last trading period price was 6 rupees 20 paisa. I have taken 6 rupees 20 paisa as the actual price. So your investment required will be 7,44,800 based on this formula. And your profit will be if the market, if the settlement price is above put strike price, that is 420 on expiry, then you will gain the full put profit, that is 1.5%. And what was our target? Our target was to earn minimum 1.5% per month, and you are achieving your rental income of 1.5%. If the strike price, if the settlement price goes below your put strike price of 420, and if it goes below that one, then you have to buy the stock, and you will be getting a discount of 5.5% actually. Based on this Excel file. Now, if we are going for the covered strangle strategy, that means we have sold call also, we have sold the put also. In that case, this is the investment required. In case of scenario number 1, that is if the settlement price is below call and below put, in between call and put strike price, that is your 420 and 460. If your BPCL remain between 420 and 460, you will gain a profit of 1.6%. In scenario number 2, after selling the stock, your gain will be 4.3%. And in case of, if you have to buy the stock, if the price has fallen below that one, then you will get a discount of 7.3%. So this is the example for BPCL. Similarly, this is the example I have taken for HPCL and IOCL. These are based on the actual data. Now, the profit, as I mentioned, the profit is coming less, or rental is coming less because you are getting rental only for 21 days. If you would have sold, as I said, around 8 days or 10 days before, your rental income would have been around 2%, because then it would be for around 35 days. Since you are only working for right now 21 days for the date of expiry, that is last Thursday of this month. April expiry will be on the last Thursday of the April month, that is on 29th of April. So that is the reason your rental income is less now. So this is how you implement the strategy, and this is how you should monitor it. So make this Excel file, see your calculation every day. When you say you are getting a reasonable profit, you can exit from your both the position, or you can continue till the month end. Then your whatever we have mentioned here, those your target will be achieved. Either you get the rental income, what you had targeted earlier, or you will give the delivery. In that case, your profit will be more, or you will buy the stock at the much higher discount price. On this, you have any question on this Excel file? Are you getting this data from the actual NSE website?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm getting that. I checked up with the option chain also that 438 closing is all fine. But only thing, PKG, I'm not able to understand this. How did you select the strike price? 460.
Then this is for a conservative investor. Okay. Now, conservative investor, that means he want a rental of 1.8% in case of BPCL, if you can see. 1.8% rental, or he want to get a profit of 6.8%. This is a conservative investor. Now I'm taking for an aggressive investor. I do this aggressive investor. I'm an aggressive person. You know very well.
Yeah.
Not a conservative. So what I will do,
Yeah.
I will sell instead of 460, I will sell 440 call. Because on the 440 call, I am getting a rental income of 3.1%. In case the expiry is
How much?
below the strike price, 3.4%. See, in case of conservative, your profit was 1.8, correct? 1.8.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And in case of aggressive, your profit is 3.4. But
Yeah.
if you have to give the delivery here,
No, for 445, you know, the premium is 12.65 as per the chain. I have opened the chain.
440 by 12.3 and then 440 is 14.9.
12.65.
440 का देखिए
14.9 sir.
14.9 I have taken 14.9 ना.
445 is 12.6.
हाँ बराबर तो I am being an aggressive. I am being aggressive. So I want either 3.4% rental or I want a profit from the stock 3.9. I am happy. So either 3.4 or 3.9. But when you are conservative, you are getting 1.8 or 6.8. So this is the trade-off you to decide. You want higher rental income and you want to get a higher profit from selling the stock, or you want a very aggressive. In any scenario, I want 3.4 or 3.9. So that you have to decide. Say for HPCL, being an aggressive, I sell very near strike price. That is 240. So I'm getting a 2.5% or 3.5. But if I being a conservative, I'm getting 1.2 and 6.4. So that depends on how much rental income you want. That you have to decide, and accordingly you have to select the strike price. There were a lot of any questions on what basis I should select the strike price. So I have given a 2 example. You decide what is your trade-off. You want lesser rental and the higher profit by giving the delivery, or you want higher profit as well as higher as well as lower profit in case of selling. So in conservative, what is happening? I was getting 3.4% as a rental, but I was getting only 3.9 when I giving the delivery. I am happy with that one. I don't have a love for HPCL, BPCL or IOC stock. I will give the delivery. I am getting a 3.9% rental. Now 3.9% rental income in a profit in a 1 month is almost equivalent to 4% your interest from the savings bank account. See the fun here. You are getting either 3.4 or 3.9 in 1 month only. Whereas you keep the money in the bank, you will get the 3.4% in a period of 1 year. And here you are getting 1 month. So I being aggressive, I use this strategy, but I will suggest you to go for a conservative strategy. Be happy with 1.8, 1.2 or 1.2 as an IOC example, so that you will not give the delivery. Because there I was willing to give the delivery. Here, at least the probability of keeping the stock is very high. So this is for very, very conservative. Those who are keeping the IOC, BPC or HPCL stock for a long time, select your FAR OTM price and sell every month. Then at least you are getting 1.5 or 2% your rental income. That is much more than that. What is your even the dividend? Dividend we get somewhere around 7 to 8% per year. I'm not talking about what is the total percentage declared. I'm calculating the dividend yield on the current market price. So approximately it is 5 to 6%. But here you are getting somewhere around 24%. So that is the conservative strategy or aggressive strategy. You decide in which you want to fall and then you can implement.
Yeah, PKG, I understood what you said, that if I am conservative, I will select premium which is very low. Okay, that is fine. But even when I select a conservative premium, also there is every possibility that I am getting pushed into the scenario 3. That cannot be ruled out. I don't want to get it. No, let me complete it. I don't want to get into that scenario 3. So what I am asking you is that where are the institutions flocking? At what level they are flocking? Because they always make money. Only the retail investors are losing. So where are they flocking? What strike price they are flocking? Can you throw some light on this?
Yeah. I have a slide on that one also. I will discuss that also. Don't worry. I will discuss. Okay. Any other question on this?
Kothari, see, for analysis daily, when you have to update this sheet, you have to update only the current market price. Other things remain same.
Current market price, what is the last closing price is the current market price. Say for today. For today, the current market price is 438. That means it is the last closing price of the Friday, last redefined of yesterday. Yesterday the BPC was closed at 435. So this is my current market price. So this will keep on changing every day. This will keep on changing
only that has to be changed. Balance and all remain same.
Yeah, balance will remain the same. Actually, in the Zerodha, if you have the Zerodha will give you every day what is your profit from the covered call and the covered put from that thing only. So you have to do a mental calculation or maybe somewhere else by how much you are getting a total profit from both the position. That means you have bought the stock, you have sold the call, and what is your combined profit when you are comfortable exit from both the position.
Okay.
Which is I am doing it. I will explain that also. Okay. So any other question on the strangle or covered call or covered put? No, then I'll go back to.
Sir, can you show some of the trade?
Sir, one question.
Yeah.
Like this present market CMP of Bharat Petroleum is 438.
Right.
If we sell put of 410 rupees
you will get
on April, and if price remains 400 at the end of the month, like last Thursday.
When you are selling 410, then your equation will be either price has to be above 410 or less than 410. Okay. If the price remains above 410, then the rental income is fully yours. Correct?
Okay.
If the price goes less than 410, then you have to buy the stock at 410 minus your premium. That will be your net price.
Like suppose it is 400 rupees, less than 410 at the end of the.
So you have to buy at 400. You have to buy the stock at 400. You will lose in the put, but your net price will be the same what you have decided at the starting of the strategy.
Yeah, that I understood. But what will I will have to do on last Wednesday?
Last day you have to buy at 410 and you have to square your position in the put. The put you will incur a loss, and you will buy the share at 400. Your net price will be what you decided initially. Your net price will be almost that level only. You have to buy at 400.
Achha, I will have to square up that.
Yeah. You have to. Other what will happen? You will get one delivery from the exchange, and you also bought from the that one. You have to simultaneously do both the strategies. Both the positions you have to simultaneously do. Buying the share as well as squaring of your position.
But there I will lose, no? Like
you will lose, but your net price will be the same, na? What you decided initially, my price should be 410 minus the put premium. Suppose the put premium was 5 rupees. That means you are willing to buy at 405, correct? 410 minus 5, 410 minus 5, 405. So your net price will always be somewhere around 405 only, either 404 or 406. But theoretically it will be 405 only at any price.
Like if my put selling price increases by 10 rupees, then
10 rupees, so your share will fall further.
अच्छा.
हाँ, तो आपका नेट जो आएगा वो 405 ही पड़ेगा. जो आपने डे 1 में डिसाइड किया था वही 405 ही आपका नेट प्राइस पड़ेगा. If you are squaring your both the positions simultaneously.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
तो exiting. हेलो. तो एग्जिटिंग मतलब ये हो गया कि कभी भी से 15 डेज में आप लोग एग्जिट करना चाहते हैं तो वी हैव टू टेक अ डिलीवरी और वी हैव टू बाय द stock or order.
Yeah, same, correct.
So whether it is in 15 days time, 20 days time or last day.
नहीं. वो क्या प्रॉब्लम क्या होता है कि when you are doing in 15 days time, there will be a theta impact. Time impact.
Right.
So your net buying price will not be 405. It may be 407. It may be 408. Ideally, at the settlement price, you will get 405. If you are doing prior to that, then your price will go higher.
So squaring off, it means we have to either sell physically we have to sell the stock or physically we have to buy the stock.
Yeah, right.
Correct. Squaring off is that only, no? Nothing else.
Yeah, squaring off that means that is no. If you are doing only in the call and put, then you are just squaring off. You are buying back that position and you are not doing anything. But if you want to buy the stock also, then you have to buy the stock at that level. You have to do both the position. But if you're say suppose the 410 put you have sold in say 5 rupees. Okay, 5 rupees 410 put you have sold. Now after 10 days, the BPCL price has gone above. So what will happen? This 5 rupees premium will become 2 rupees premium. So what you do? You spare off your position and you are getting a net profit of 3 rupees. That is what I do normally. What I will do, I will spare my position and I will take my 3 rupees profit and I will come out.
Okay.
So that you can do it. You have to monitor your position on everyday basis. Whenever you say I am comfortable with the 50% profit or 70, what was your maximum profit possible? 5 rupees into the 1800, 9000 rupees was the maximum rental you could have got. Okay. So you thinking that I am happy with my 4500. That is 50% profit. You come out whenever the price comes to 2 rupees 50 paisa if you want.
No, agreed. No, what I wanted to know actually in the system, what I am supposed to do? Suppose exiting. So in the system, what I am supposed to do?
No, you have to just buy back that position. That's all.
Physically, I have to buy that or sell that.
So physically to buy back or sell that. That's all. Yeah, the same. You have to do one more transaction. First you have sold. Now you are buying back the same position. You are buying back. That's all.
Okay.
Correct?
Okay.
So now we'll go to the next slide now. If there's no further question, that is the option chain. When you open that,
one question. In the instant case, if the BPCL's price is 438 rupees, and if I sell a call of 440, then what happens is, yes, I am getting covered because of the higher premium which I have got, and my break even is very good. But then what happens if the BPCL price starts rising, my call price also starts to rise, and then I have to be on my toes and then keep on revising my
not necessary. Not necessary, because you have decided your profit is so and so. You are willing to get a 3.6% profit. What I explained there. I sold 440 call. When I sold the 440 call, I was prepared to get a profit of rental of 3.4%. Or if the share goes above, I'll give the delivery. In that case, my profit will be 3.6%. See, so if you let the price go to any level, your profit will remain 3.6% only. It will not be more than 3.6%. If you are prepared for that trade-off, that means 3.4 or 3.6, you will sell 440. If you want a profit of rental of say 1.5% and a higher profit in case of giving the delivery around 7%, then you will take the call of 480 or 500 call. So as you go higher in the call, your rental income will reduce.
Agree.
So that you have to decide at what level you are comfortable.
But I would be comfortable with 460 call in the sense I don't have to sit in front of the computer. I will just keep BPCL call spot price. So
but it is a very conservative strategy. If you are a conservative, you are happy with 1.6% rental, you sell 460. If you want to be even more conservative, sell 500. 500 call will never come. So in that case, at least the 0.8% or 0.7% rental, you will 100% get.
But then IRR may not be that good.
Even it is much more than what you are getting from your shares. Share you are getting an annual rental of 5% dividend income only. How much HPC your BPCL has given a dividend income? Hardly 5%. 5% of the market price. Okay. So by that you have to decide at what rate you want to sell, at what rental you want, and at what level you are comfortable. If you are comfortable selling at 500, you sell 500. If you are selling comfortable at 460, you sell 460. So it's a trade-off. It's strictly a trade-off. What rental and what level you are comfortable. I will suggest everybody to sell higher rate only.
Correct.
So that your shares are retained with you, or at least you are getting some rental income every month.
Correct.
Okay, initially you do this one. Once you become expert and once you become real confident, then you start doing the aggressive strategies. Okay. So even sometimes I do in the money call selling. What do I mean by that? Suppose the 438 call is there, I will sell 420 call because I want to get a more rental income. But that is again a very, very aggressive strategy. I will not suggest you to implement that one, but that is also possible. Because as the price goes down, your rental income is increasing. Okay, so that depends on at what level you are comfortable. Okay. So now this is the option chain. In the option chain, if we start from the left side, there's a OI. It is the open interest. The meaning of it is the open interest. How many contracts are pending at that particular point? That is the open interest. Now I will tell you what are the significance of it. Then the change in open interest, that means every day how much the open interest is changed from the previous day. So that will show you the change in OI. Then the volume, that means on particular day, what is the volume of that particular contract and particular strike price has happened, that is the volume. IV is the implied volatility. We will not discuss, this is a highly technical thing. There is implied volatility. Basically, higher the implied volatility, the more volatile the scrape is. When the IV is less, then your volatility is less. You can understand by that. LTP is the last traded price. In case of BPC, what we said, the 7 rupees 60 paisa, all these are LTP. Net change compared to the last day, what is the change in the last traded price? Then the bid quantity, bid price, ask price, and the ask quantity. These are the four. That means at what rate bid price the person is willing to buy, and ask price is at what the person is willing to sell. That is the ask price. So these two prices will be there when you are actually doing the trading. The quantity will be on this strike price. This is the quantity available. So left hand side is the call, right hand side is the put, upper side is the in case of call side is the ITM. ATM is the when the call price, when the strike price and the spot price is same, that is the ATM. And OTM when is the above the call strike price in case of call. So OTM, ATM, ITM. Then in the down below in the last, you will see the total call. What is the total call outstanding? What is the total put outstanding? Is all the information is available from the option chain. Everybody globally, everybody is taking the decision on the basis of this option chain only. All the strategies, all the websites, all your algorithm is based only on the basis of this one sheet only, option chain. But you can say this is sacrosanct. For any strategy you want to take, you will refer to this page only. So these were this thing. Now, in this, if the second scenario, if you see the OI, that is the open interest. Now, there where the highest OI is there, in case of call, similarly in case of put. So wherever there is the highest OI, that is the resistance. That means all the institutions, all the DIIs, all the FIIs, they will invariably not allow the price will go beyond that one. So they are the seller that price. In this particular example, if you see the resistance is on 2100, that means ki the all institutions, they have a position, they have taken a position at 2100. They have sold the put of 2100. So they will not allow the price to go beyond 2100. Otherwise, they will incur a loss. Second resistance is at 2200 because the next highest OI is at 2200. Similarly, in case of put, if we see the support is at the price of 2000 rupees, where there is the highest OI in case of put. So that becomes your support price. And the second support is at 3,80,400, that is at 1900. So that is the support 2. So when you are opening any of this file, any of say HPCL or BPCL, what you should do, you should see where there is the highest OI in case of call and where is the highest OI in case of put. So wherever there is the highest OI in case of call, you should sell that call only. So invariably, or you can say the institution will not allow the price to go beyond that level. So that is the resistance. It may change. Suddenly there's something happen in the market or something, news come from the ministry, some disinvestment or something happen, then the price will go. But invariably the position will be on this thing, on this resistance on in the support prices. So if you are selling a put, select support 1 or support 2, wherever there is the highest OI of the put. In case of call, wherever the highest OI is there in case of call and put. So if you opened your laptop, you can tell me where is the highest OI in case of call or in case of put, in case of BPCL. Can somebody tell me? Okay, where is the highest OI in case of call and where is the highest OI in case of put? Can somebody tell me?
450 and 500 in case of call.
In case 450 and 500, that means the first resistance is at 450 and second resistance is 500. Invariably, the 500 price will not come. So safely you can sell 500. 450 will be for aggressive investor. 500 will be for conservative investor. Sell all those things. Similarly for put, what is the highest OI in case of put?
420 and 400.
420 and 400. You must have seen ki last 1 month or 2 months, the price has not gone below 420. Or immediately go to 420, the 400 is not breached. That means 400 is the very high support price. So you can safely sell 400 put. If you sell the 400 put, your rental income will be less, but 90% or 95% probability is there that resale price will not go less than 400. So that is the significance of this the option chain analysis. You can select the prices on the basis of wherever is the highest OI is there in case of call or in case of put. You have any question on this?
Yeah, in case of BPCL, as per the current option chain, at 5 maximum, crowding is at 450.
450
for
in case
calls.
of call.
450. 450.
Yeah. So that is our first resistance.
And the other one is the highest 500. Is at 500.
500. Second is second resistance.
Yeah,
that means the aggressive trader have taken a position at 450 and conservative FIIs they have taken a position at 500. So you can safely assume that the price will not go beyond 500 in the month of April. Safely you can assume.
Okay.
The 500 they will not allow you to go. You were talking.
No, but then hardly any premium. The premium is only ₹2.75.
Yeah. That is the thing, because that is a very, very conservative position.
So,
very, very conservative. So 500 safely you can take around 460, 480 will be the better prices between these two. 450 will be almost it will come 450. The 450 is the price when the person is willing to give the delivery. I will sell 451. I will sell 450 because I bought a stock at 430. I am happy to give a delivery at 450 plus the 20 rupees premium, 470. I am very happy.
Okay.
So that depends on that what is your trade-off. Yeah.
Okay. For a conservative man, he can take the risk at 500 at ₹2.75
500
premium.
or 490, 480, these all are okay. 480, 490, 500, all are okay. 480 should be reasonably okay. 480 also I have a doubt whether BPCL will go. BPCL will not go. Unless the government really announces that yes, the deal has been signed and the price is fixed at 550 or 600, then the price will go. But for last 2 years, we are seeing that BPCL disinvestment is happening and this is not happening. So safely 470, 480, 460 all are okay.
Okay. No, that one you will be doing some handholding for that for the group members, PKG, because this is the most important thing, for option people who are getting into options.
No, Ram, basically you have to analyze on daily basis. I mean, you all are expert in Excel files here. This is not an Excel file only, na?
Okay.
This is just an Excel file. The concept we have to understand.
Okay.
And when the concept is clear, you will be able to do it. It is very easy.
Okay.
Or otherwise, if you have a doubt, you do a paper trading for 1 month.
Okay.
Paper trading, you assume that you have sold 500 call or 460 call and then monitor your position, how much profit you are getting it, and then you will be able to do it. The hand holding is not possible for me during the trading hour. But I have so many positions.
Okay.
So I cannot, it's not possible. I tried doing that one, but then it was affecting my own trades. So
no, through the group only. You can't be talking to people. Through the group, if it is some...
Tell me how to be done. I'm willing to do it, but not in the trading hour. Yeah. Okay. Suggest me anyway, I have no problem. If you come out with the position, come out with the solution, we can see. But during the live trading, it will be difficult. It will really difficult.
No, we also do it in the beginning of the month, then forget it. So then during that time, through the WhatsApp group, if some correction can be done.
No, what we can do otherwise, what I can do is on this last week. The last week, say the highest premium during the during the highest premium for the current month. Please mute yourself. Yeah. So the highest premium was normally from the 22nd of March to 27th of March, correct? That is the 1 week prior to the starting of the contract month. So from 22nd to 27th, we can have maybe for half an hour discussion after 3:30.
Okay.
So that at least your range will be almost same. So that can be taken.
Yes,
sir.
Okay.
At 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, I can day on those particular days, and then we can have the same examples. 4 or 5 we can take HPPC, BPC, IOC, Reliance, Infosys, and 2-3 more script we can take, and we can analyze how much profit we are taking, and then we can come to a consensus. Okay, we will sell this call, or we will sell resistance 1 or resistance that can be done.
That is required only, sir. That is only.
Yeah, that can be done, but then again, not during the trading hour. After the trading hour on those days, we can have 1 or 2 sessions. That can be happened.
Yeah, that's required.
Yeah. So we'll go to next now.
Yeah.
So support and resistance, when we're talking. So support and resistance is basically when the call OI is created. It means that some big यानी कि some FII or DI is betting that it won't go above that mark. That is the resistance. They most likely, and they are the invariably they are right, because they ensure that the price will not go above that level. So if the BPCL case you taken a 500 or 450, they will ensure that the BPCL will not allow to go even above 450 also. Because the 450 you must have seen is the highest OI. So they will, that means they have built up so much of a position on that particular one. They have sold so many of the call there. If the price goes above 450, they will start losing it. So they will not allow it to be. So that is the resistance. So high chance the strike price will not cross. That is the resistance, and that level usually act as a resistance zone. Similarly, in case of put, when the put option OI is created, some big institution is betting that it won't go below that mark. If the BPCL at 400 or maybe 420, that means so much of their bet on that one, the price will not go below that level. And again, they are mostly they are likely to be right. High chance the strike price will not be crossed, and the level usually act as a support jet. So this is the resistance and support you all should know. So how to identify support and resistance level or zone? Step number 1, find the highest OI column as we discussed on the both side, call and put side. Not the now the second step is you have to, if you are going to the slightly advanced level, you have to note what is the change in the OI on everyday basis. One step is the highest OI. That will give you the crude idea that the price will not go beyond that level. But if you want to refine your support and resistance, then you have to note what is the corresponding change in OI, that was the second column, every day. So your support or your P, the biggest open interest number, plus the positive change in the open interest, if it is happening, that means that is a guaranteed support price. Similarly, in case of resistance, whenever there is a positive change in the open interest, that means that is your resistance price. So now these are 2 implications. In case of calls, when there is a positive change in OI, it implies that the call writers are selling because they feel the stock will not rise above that respective level. So if there is a positive change in the OI along with the highest your open interest or highest put interest, so they will not allow the price to go beyond that level. That is the implication of the call. Similarly, in case of minus OI, in case of put, and in case of minus, I mentioned there, you can take the photograph of this, and then you can study in this, and then when you are making the analysis of the call and put, if you will try to do this thing, then you slowly you will learn what are the intricacies or how to go about it. All this stuff. But basically, if you simply go by the highest OI in call and put, you can find out what are the prices on which the institutions are betting. That is what the mainly.
Sir,
yeah.
Sir, if we are talking about selling this in the month of March for April, so So the resistance and support generally tend at the same level, sir, or will there be huge changes later on?
It will not be huge change, but it may keep on changing. It may, but invariably it will remain same. But depending on the some outside factors or some huge interest is developed, then it may change. So that is why you have to watch every day that how much the OI is, where is the highest OI. But invariably it will not change. Invariably, but it can change also. Huh? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So I will not discuss this thing. Now I will come to this wheel strategy, which I was talking to Ram also. If you want to have a limited fund, then what you should do is, this is strictly for the disciplined, 100% disciplined investors. If you are not disciplined, then don't use this strategy. Now, what you will do in the first month, you will sell cash secured put. That means you are having only the cash. You are not having the share of HPCL or BPCL. You just have the cash. So first you will do the cash secured put. Now what can happen? If the share price goes above your strike price, then you will receive your rent. And then you repeat the cycle again the next month. So what you have done is, you have the cash available in your account. You have sold the put. The price goes above your strike price, you will receive your rental income, and then again you repeat the cycle next month. No other action you have taken. Nothing you have taken only one transaction in a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only one transaction, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what can happen? The share price may go down also. If the share HPCL or BPCL share price goes down to your strike price, whatever the strike price you have selected, in that case, the shares will be assigned to you because you have to buy the share, or the exchange will assign the share to you. Okay. Now the shares are assigned to you at 192 rupees. Suppose the same HPCL example you are taking it, 225, you sold at 8 rupees premium, 200 and put. So your net price was 192. So assuming that the shares, the price has gone down to 200 and shares are assigned to you, so you have a 192. You have bought the share at 192. And the price was 225 or whatever is the now current prices are there. So we will go to the next cycle. The first cycle, in case of first scenario, was you will repeat the same selling the put, and here the shares are assigned to you. So we are going to the next month. What we are going to do? Now you will sell the covered call because the shares are with you. Okay, you will sell the call now. Now in the sale, when you are selling the call, if the price remain less than your strike price, say HPCL you bought at 192 and you sold you are selling a call of say 220. If the price is remained below 220, that means you have received your rental, your shares are with you, and you repeat the cycle next month. Correct?
Yeah.
Come correct now? Because the share price is less than your strike price, so you have received your rental income, your shares are also with you, and then you will go on repeating the cycle next month. Now you cannot sell the put because you don't have the money. You had only the 5 lakhs which is available with you, or 6 lakhs available with you, and you have bought the share. So you can't sell the put now. You will continue to sell your share till your shares are assigned, till your shares are sold. So now if the price is less than the strike price, you are receiving your rental and you are repeating the cycle. Now if the price goes above your strike price, price has gone above your strike price in case of covered call, then you have to you will lose your shares in the cash because you have to give the delivery to get a higher profit. Now, since you have sold your stock, you received the cash, you have received your profit of 6% or 8%. So you have the cash now, and then again you will repeat the cycle. Now this is the wheel strategy, starting from the put, going to the call, and from the call again you are coming to the put. You have any questions on this now?
So it is a 2-month strategy. So I will have income in 1 month.
Then it can be 2 months, 3 months till you are repeating your cycle.
Because first month I'm not, I got assigned the shares, so I didn't have income. So second month I'm getting income because I'm selling.
You have to be ready for both the scenarios.
Yeah.
You have to be ready in both the scenario in both the cases.
Okay.
Either you will get a rental or you will get a cheaper share Here, either you get a rental or you will sell the share at much higher price. So both the scenarios, one of the scenario will happen. Rent or lose the share, rent or buy the share. This is the wheel strategy. So this all you can implement it with only 5-6 lakh rupees also. No need to have a 10 lakh rupees. But here you can't do the covered strangle strategy. Yeah? I hope everybody is clear on this strategy now.
Sir, in cash secured put, when it goes down, assigned shares means physically we are
You have to buy the shares.
Na?
You have to assign shares. Either the NSE will assign the share to you if you are not squaring your position, or otherwise you have to buy the shares. So that is the meaning of assigning the share.
So when I do in the system or square off me, it will automatically buy also. We can buy it through that.
Yeah, same thing. Right, yeah, same thing. Now there is an advanced the wheel strategy. That is the ultimate wheel strategy. That was the initial strategy. That was the basic understanding. Now I'm discussing about what is the further refinement of the same wheel strategy. Here the requirement is the cash for 2 lots. You must have a cash for 2 lots. Okay. Now here what you will do? First month you will sell the puts. You will sell 1 cash secured put, and you will keep the cash available. If the stock goes above up, the put expires and you get 1 premium. If the stock goes down, the put is assigned to you. You are again getting 1 premium and you are getting 1 long stock. But that is the step number 1. Now in the step number 2, what you will do? You will sell 1 call because you have received the shares in case of step number 1. So you will sell 1 call and 1 put. That means you are doing a strangle strategy here. So if the stock goes above, the put expires, call is assigned, and you are getting 3 premium. If the stock goes down, the call expires, put is assigned to you, you are again getting 3 premium and 2 long stock because the put is assigned to you, so you are getting 2 long stock. And that is the step number 3. Now in the step number 3, you will sell 2 calls. If the stock goes above, call is assigned, you are getting total 5 premiums. 1 total 2 premium you got in the second step, and then the third step you are getting 2 more premium. So you are getting 5 times of the premium. If the stock goes down, the call expires as it is, you are getting again 5 premium, and your 2 long stocks are remaining with you. Repeat the cycle, repeat this, sell 2 calls every month till is assigned to earn 2 premiums every month. So this is the refinement of the earlier wheel strategy. If you have any, this is slightly advanced. I will advise you not to use right now. First to do the initial strategy. When you have become real confident, then only you come to the second strategy. Now, if you have any questions on this wheel strategies, then we will end this seminar because already this is more than I think 2 hours. This is 1 hour 45 minutes. So next 10-15 minutes we'll discuss any questions, anything you can have on all these strategies, wheel strategy, call, covered call, anything, and then the further we'll discuss maybe in the next one.
The ultimate wheel strategy is not totally clear. Other things are clear.
That ultimate that strategy is a slightly complex one, and a lot of monitoring is required. But when you become comfortable, you can do it. You can do it. It is not very difficult. Only thing you are doing with the 2 money available for the 2 lots. Instead of one lot money, you are doing with the 2 lot money. So you can do if you want to do that also. To get a premium of 5 premium, 3 premium, 2 premium, that means 2 times rental you are getting, 5 times rental you are getting. So that is a slightly advanced one.
One question is regarding in the last week of the month, if the position has become into money, how to protect myself? Can I put any stop loss, any such thing?
Now, how to protect means I'm not getting you.
For example, after 20-25 days, I waited. In the last 1 week before expiry of that last Thursday, the market has become unfavorable to me. I am into money.
So let it be unfavorable, no? Because the issue is that you have taken a position when you started the strategy. you were very clear कि you will get rental income or you will get a profit target or you will get a discounted your shares. If you are sticking to your position, then let the market be anything. We are not bothered. The problem is that when you try to change your position, then all this situation will come. Why you do all those things? Don't do all those things. You be firm with your strategy. Simple. That's all.
Sir, GTT orders are possible in this.
Yeah. GTT order is possible. Even your basket order is possible in this strategy. But I will not advise you to do this because you may forget what GTT order you have put. GTT order is not advisable.
No, only in case of when I have sold the puts.
You can do it if you want. You can do it. You can do it, but there is no stopping. You can do it if you can see at least every day that what orders are pending there. My suggestion. If you are putting a GTT order, check every day that these are my outstanding order. Okay, then there is no problem. If you are doing with the 1 or 2 script, then it's okay. But if you are doing with the 50 script or a GTT order for 50 script, like I am taking 50, I am putting my 50 order in GTT because that is my long-term portfolio strategy. So I normally forget sometimes, and then suddenly I will find that my Godrej industry has bought at 1200 rupees because the HPC was fallen on that. So that is the problem. That is the issue with the GTT. We tend to forget.
Kothari ji, sometimes GTT order in such cases to get a higher rate is very, very advisable. Because at times the fluctuation takes place in the market and you tend to get a rate which you in normal calls you will not get.
Yeah, and the second advantage is you are not required to put every day. So GTT is very good provided at least you check every day what are your orders pending. You should not forget. That is the only problem. You tend to forget.
Those who are doing only limited thing, it is very much.
Then it is really excellent. There is no comparison to the GTT strategy. Okay. So if you can do the GTT, but more advisable you can do the basket strategy. You can put your orders on in the basket, and every day you have to just edit your basket and then put the order so that you are forced to see your outstanding orders. I will suggest go for a basket order rather than GTT. The same thing will be applicable in the basket order also.
Sir, one question on cash secured put. So, for example, if we sell BPCL 420 put, and in case the BPCL goes to 350, let us say, for example, and it will get assigned at 420 rupees for us, and next month, where it's not call for any call value, if we sell below 420, we will end up losing that position. But if you sell it at 420, we will not get any premium for it as the current price is 350. How do we manage?
See, you have to mentally think. Suppose you have bought a share at 420 without doing all this strategy, then what would have happened? Suppose you have not done this covered strategy. You have bought a share at 420 and the share has gone to 350. You have incurred a loss of 70, correct? Here at least you are incurring a loss of only 50 rupees. So this is much better than what is on the naked buying of your shares.
Yes, sir, I agree. For normal strategy, it is okay. But if you want to do a wheel strategy, how do we do that? In that, like the call gets assigned.
In case, suppose I am taking your example. You have sold a put of 400 and the share has come to 350, correct? So your net price is say 400 when you sold the put. Say assuming you sold 400 put at say assuming 20 rupees. Assuming. So your net price is 380. Now the share has come to 350, correct? So now if you sell anything less than 380 call, you may incur a loss and you may lose the share. So in that case, there is no other alternative but to wait the share to at least come to 360, 370 level and sell the call of above 380 level. That is how you have to monitor it. So normally when you're dealing with the good shares like BPCL or maybe Reliance or maybe Infosys, they will not fluctuate so much in a month that the price of 430 will come to 350. Invariably, that will not happen. That is why I am recommending you restrict yourself only a fundamentally very strong share. Don't go to Indiabulls Housing or your IndusInd Bank or RBL Bank or Bandhan Bank, which are very volatile script. If you are dealing with Infosys or SCL Technology or your Tech Mahindra, these are stable shares. These will not fluctuate like that so much. Yeah. Other questions, any?
Sir, you have given us the covered call strategy for stocks. Do you have any such strategy for Nifty?
Anything for?
Nifty.
Hey, see, the problem with the Nifty and the Bank Nifty is how do I cover my position? How do I cover my position?
Yeah.
So there you can do only if, say for example, Nifty. So say we'll take example on Nifty.
Yeah.
Now, Nifty is comprising of 50 shares, but out of this 50 shares, the top 10 shares has a share of more than 70%. Again, I'm giving an example. Again, I'm explaining it. The Nifty is comprising of the 50 shares. Out of the total 50 shares, their ratio in the Nifty is of the maximum 10 shares is having more than 70%. So if you buy those 10 shares in the physical, then you can do the cover call in the Nifty or Bank Nifty. Otherwise, how you will cover your position? Then you have to go for a spread strategies or butterfly or iron control, those type of strategies. But there the return is very less. So I am not doing in the Nifty and Bank Nifty. I am focusing only on the stocks only. But in the stocks, I become so much expert that I know every movement how the BPCL is going to move or HPCL is going to move like that. I'm focusing only on 2 or 3 scripts only. And that is giving me sufficient money. Then why should I go to the Nifty and Bank Nifty? And secondly, the Nifty and Bank Nifty are the gambler products. These are all traders and all. They are doing the Nifty and Bank Nifty. I don't do it.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Any other questions? Otherwise, we'll end.
Sir, regarding the covered call strategy that you have mentioned, you have considered the premium value, but you haven't considered the premium required for selling call in that. So it will be another 3 lakhs for the call selling. So if you add to that, the total returns may be less. What is your view on that?
Yeah. Because the margin money you have to give. So margin money will reduce your theoretical return. If we really calculate the return, then the margin money has to be taken into account. But margin money will be refunded to you at the month end or whenever you are sparing your position. So that is the thing. But you have to consider the margin also, and you have to get the margin by collateral basis also. You can give your shares as a collateral to the broker, and then he'll give the limit. Against that limit also, your margin will be adjusted. So margin will impact otherwise. That's a theoretical calculation. If you are going by the gross value, absolute value of the profit, that will remain the same. Absolute value. But you want to calculate the percentage, then it will vary. Right.
What is your view on putting the actual funds in the account, trading account, or pledging of mutual funds?
Actual what?
Either there are two. One is either to pledge my mutual fund investment to Zerodha, or to bring the funds into Zerodha trading account by sale of.
I will suggest you do 50-50.
Okay.
Doing 50-50, what do you mean by that? Suppose you have a BPCL share or suppose you have Infosys shares also. So the Infosys or BPCL, you can take a very conservative, suppose you are taking. You don't want to give the delivery of the BPCL at all. That means the BPCL share you give for the pledging, you get a margin, but you sell a very high OTM price. So that you get a rental of at least 0.5% or 1%. And for the second script, you can go for aggressive strategy. Like that, you can play around. Okay. So one lot will be for aggressive and one lot will be for a conservative. For conservative, what you are taking, go for a collateral security. So you are getting margin from that, and then you can use it. Yeah.
And there is a news about the change of lot shares. Is it really true?
That will be effective 1st of July. 1st of July, the lot sizes are changing. So you can see what are the actual the lot sizes. The basic funda of the lot size is that NSE want to keep the value of the lot somewhere around 5 to 6 lakh. So whenever the price goes very high or very low, they will either double the lot size or they will reduce by 50%. Either they will halve it or they will double it, depending on the last 6 month prices. If you see the IDFC Bank, So IDFC Bank has gone from 20 rupees to 60 rupees. So what they have done is, from 19,000 lot size, they have reduced to 9,500 effective of July. So that depends on what is the average price of last 6 months. And the average contract will be around 5 to 6 lakh. Yeah.
Sir, in covered call strategy, instead of buying the share, if you buy a future and sell a call, and if it goes against in the end of the month, if you buy back the shares, will it be better than directly buying the share in the first and then selling the call?
In whichever way you are comfortable, you can do it. Only thing you have to manage more positions. Margin requirement will be less because the NSE take the future position with the covered call as the hedge position. So your margin requirement will be very less. But at the same time, you have to manage 2 positions. So if you are comfortable handling future and a call, you can do it. Margin requirement will be very less. That is the advantage. But you have to manage the 2 positions. You can do it if you want to do it. There is absolutely no problem. On the contrary, it is better. Yeah. So last question. Anything?
Thank you
So
very
there
much.
is no more questions. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
I appreciate everybody for listening to me for 2 hours, almost around 2 hours. And you can always send your questions on the group. I will try to reply. And then we will see the next webinar, what further strategy or what advanced strategy we can take up. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot.
Thank
Bye.
you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. And I sincerely request you to do at least covered call. You start with the covered call, which is the simplest of the strategy, because there is no difficulty at all, and you can easily implement it. Very little maths is required, very little knowledge is required, and then you will be able to manage it. Once you become comfortable in the covered call, then you switch over to covered put or strangle strategies. Okay. Thank you very much. I'm ending the session. Okay. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a
Thank you,
lot.
sir. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.